Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to stream. It is lovely to have you here. Sabs and Cootie and Paula and Josh and Elvie and any lurkers. And yeah, I think we're going to make some pretty significant story progress in Assassin's Creed today. I don't know how close we're going to get to the end, but close. Thank you for the very good Paula. It's one of my favorite and it's special to me because it is the very second It is the first one I added after the base What? BeatoTube, what you up to? That's not correct. Give me a second, chat. There we go. That's the plan, Elvie. Asses be created. Oh yeah, Achilles is dying, which is real sad. But good news, we got a mission to do. But also I can do a Templar mission first. French involvement. Find La Belladonna and escort it back to America. We did, Sabs. This is the result of powderizing your ankles one too many times.
Our charge, Captain. The Belladonna, under Rodrigo Hortalis and Company. She appears Spanish for all intents and purposes, but rest assured she's a French vessel.
French are bringing in a boatload of powder and guns for old Georgie and his patriots. Some colonial boats were supposed to escort her up the coast, but they left her behind. She's been waiting ever since.
We will make sure Washington gets what he is expecting.
Oh.
Where is...
Sorry, that's because I'm on the wrong scene.
Le Capitaine!
Thanks, Elvie.
I am the captain.
You
There we
are
go.
late!
We came as quickly as the wind allowed.
Too slow!
What happened to your escort?
Le Randolph started with us, then departed without warning. Typique! This is why the lieutenant insisted I come aboard. Partons!
We'll go when we're good and bloody ready.
What?
The Atlantic is a dangerous place for a lone ship, especially one laden with such desirable stock. You must be glad to see us.
Boff, it is hot here. My lieutenant is not excited for the cold of the north.
Is this man being serious?
Keep a sharp eye, Mr. Faulkner. Anybody searching for the Belladonna could be upon us in an instant with this fog.
Aye, Captain. I've got a monkey's fist in me gut.
Well, don't let the monkey fist you then.
English are on us, Captain! The power of the French Navy is clear!
They picked the wrong ship to pirate. Why in God's name are the English here in such force?
I do not know, but we must get the Belladonna out of this fog.
The power of the French Navy is clear!
this soup, and you can be sure they've more on the way.
But what can we do?
Naught but pray they don't find us again. Let's fly full sail.
Come on, come on! We're waiting for you!
And fire!
Hello? That one's just not targeted.
Job, Capitaine! Defend La Belladonna! Man of war!
Yo, that's the first man of war we see.
Mon Dieu! La Belladonna's main mast is down, Capitaine! We must win close to her!
No! We board her. We must know how the English knew about the Belladonna. We take her prize!
Es-tu fou?
Oh, they want me to use chain shot. Fine.
La Belladonna does all.
Don't fire at her, sir. She's an ally.
Ready to fire! Man of war! Protect her!
Yeah, I'm protecting her.
And fire! To half sail. Haul in to half sail. Hook us in. Bring her close.
I do love the boarding in this game. Again, something that Assassin's Creed 4 basically perfected. Cool, thank you, controls.
How does the British command know about the Belladonna?
British command knows nothing of this.
Then how are you here?
We were led here by a patriot, Nicholas Biddle.
Oh, a traitor.
Who does Biddle work for?
Oh, I think you know. Assassin.
What did the captain tell you?
Nicholas Biddle led them here. He said... Randolph.
The Randolph?
Thank you for thank you for the giant
He's putting
chicken,
us to his rudder.
LB.
We cannot leave the Belladonna undefended.
But sir!
She is incapacitated and vulnerable. Let him go. We will see each other again soon.
Yeah, they really do, Josh. I do enjoy these sea missions, so let's do more of them instead of, the quest.
You see the catch ford, Captain?
I'm sorry? What's a catch fart?
Anything, Captain?
Due north of here.
Did I mishear that, or did he say catch fart?
Hold fast!
Give me half sail. Take it to half sail.
2 quarters!
Beat 2 quarters. Back all stations.
God, sailing through a place like this in an actual ship that doesn't turn on a dime must have been so difficult.
The Randolph!
Give me everything. Full sail. Pull in the half sail. Half sail.
Oh, I know, LV. I played enough of Assassin's Creed 4 to know.
Full sail. Bring it to full fire.
Oh, do not sink. Fine.
Big shot. Finish your shot. Finish your shot.
Dude, what do you mean reduce distance? I am going as fast as possible on a direct path.
What's that weasel up to? Sheet anchor to windward, Captain. You can be sure he's got something up his sleeve. Where are you going? We must take the Randolph.
How? Literally, what more do you expect me to do, game?
It's a bloody armada. I knew he was up to something. And he's turned to fight us. We're in it now, Captain.
So we fight, Mr. Faulkner. Board the Randolph.
Adjust your course.
Sink the rest.
The Randolph is back that way.
I know where the Randolph is. Ah, dang it. Yeah, game?
Bring down our main mast.
Oh. There was a request there to destroy it with a single broadside. Which I mistimed.
Give me the quarter shot. To your battle station.
I'm gonna try a few times.
Battles. Save shot. Quarters. Battle war. We're in for it now. I can see multiple man-o'-wars. It's a bloody armada. I knew he was up to something. And he's turned to fight us. We're in it now, Captain.
So we fight, Mr. Faulkner. Board the Randolph. Sink the rest.
Fire!
Okay. That one didn't count because I didn't hit anything. When I try to lead my shot, it doesn't work. When I try to... I couldn't even see the... They're really into the farts this time.
Man the swivels! Cover from the quarter deck! Secure the airline! High off the bow! On the run! Yeah!
Oh, kill only Biddle. That's interesting.
Mr. Kenway will reward me greatly for ridding him of you.
Why am I dropping frames? Let me just check if I've got anything weird running in the background. I should not, but I might. It's you. I've got a wonderful service which has saved my life many times called Backblaze. I am going to shamelessly plug it. Basically, it backs up your entire computer. Just like in a continuous way. And if anything happens, you can just re-download your whole computer. It's fantastic. Unfortunately, it also doesn't know what priority means and just runs while other stuff is running.
I will make you suffer for the damage you've done to the Randall. Your misplaced sense of justice is pathetic. You should have never set foot outside your little village.
Your reign over the
Backblaze,
coast has come
Booty.
to an end.
Is that why you hunted me?
It is a paid service, but it's worth it.
Because you thought me an enemy to the cause. You're every bit the fool I was told.
You brought pain and suffering upon innocent people for nothing but personal gain.
Pain. Suffering. I set them free. Weeded out the dissenters and empowered the patriots. So what if I was named Admiral? The revolution needs one and I was the best man for the job. the only man. If not for me, the Continental Navy would remain but a handful of rafts. For all your vision, you assassins are blind to the truth.
Enough.
Wait. Let the Randolph die with me. Don't take her as a prize. Please. Please. I want no quarter. Just to sink with my ship.
Interesting.
I can't believe you mean to leave the Randolph. She's a mighty vessel, Captain, and one of Biddle. You show him mercy in the face of... I guess that's that then. Tad over-dramatic, if you ask me. Still, a waste of a formidable ship. How's about a cheer for the boys then, eh? Victory for the Aquila! For her glory! Hip hip hurrah! Hurrah! I've been the wild rover for many a year, and I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer.
I've known people like that. And I think that's all of the Templar quests, yeah. Or at least all the ones available. Thank you for the doots. Battle of the Chesapeake. Break through the blockade to access the bay by avoiding Loyalist ships. Avoiding or destroying. Right. It just didn't play that voice line.
Lafayette promised me a fleet beyond compare and a captain without peer. Instead, I find myself greeted by one old ship and a boy in costume.
I promise we are all you need, Admiral.
I doubt this very much, but beggars do not choose.
And the ships I require?
They are yours, provided we survive this.
And what would you have me do?
Hold the bay while I engage the main fleet. Should any British ships dare approach, destroy them. They must be kept from Yorktown.
I mean, Josh, we all know it. Ubisoft games have very few bugs. They're famous for it.
Herod all handsaws! Hell is manifest upon the sea! How many do you reckon?
Too many.
If anyone can hold the line, 'tis us. I only hope the Admiral's quick to return. Enemy approaching! All right, boys!
God,
Make ready for war!
man, it would have been great if I had any camera control during that.
Can't take much more of that! We need to get position!
There was a soldier just plain dancing there. Okay, so where's my swiggle if we're alright? I just do not have swivel on that side anymore. Ooh, nice, Elvie. Yeah, and my swivels just don't work. Cool. God, I love a game that has 0 bugs. Game, what? I'm gonna restart this section because something has gone weird. I couldn't use my swivels, and the camera was just doing some fun stuff. Oh, hell yeah, Elvie. Chair? Heck, thank you for the raid. Chair, I will give you a shout out in just a moment. But so long you can tell me, what were you up to? You doing the... I know there was a big update for 14. I assume it's that. I hope everybody here knows Killer Chair, but if you don't, definitely give him a follow. Well,
Ship lost! Escort's all stuck. We're on our own now, sir. God. Where are our blasted reinforcements?
They will come. We must hold the bay until they do.
Oh, this is madness. You're alone and we're without reinforcements.
that means the same thing.
Careful, Captain.
Give us what you got!
Port side, Captain! Man of war! Christ!
We're under attack! Man of war firing! All our guns are down. We've no way to defend ourselves now. That beast is sure to sink us if we're not careful.
He's not really planning to board them, is he? Has he lost his mind? He's
I
gonna
have
get us
not.
all killed.
Faulkner.
Yeah, LP, that's rough. There's no time limit on this, so... I'm happy to kill the whole dang crew. Are there infinite? Do they just keep spawning? They do. Boo.
They're coming!
I mean, we broke the blockade.
They say you took down that man of war all alone. Perhaps Lafayette did not exaggerate when he spoke of your abilities. As promised, my ships are yours to command. What do you require?
5 of them must enter New York's harbor flying British flags.
Wait. I thought you might need some pirates killed or goods transported, and instead, you asked for us to, what, shell New York?
No. Of course not.
Ah,
Only part of it.
explain yourself.
I mean to infiltrate Fort George, but it is too well guarded. Cannon fire will breach its walls and scatter its guards.
And a ship that flies the French flag could never get near it.
You understand then?
Not at all. But a promise is a promise, even when made to a lunatic.
I will light a signal fire when it is time for you to attack.
What's
Vous l'avez
particularly
entendu?
funny?
Récupérez leurs drapeaux qu'on puisse les accrocher. Allez, vite!
What's particularly funny is that in game I've already liberated Fort George. It wasn't even that difficult.
Hello, Connor. Welcome back.
Is everything in place?
Oui, Lafayette waits for you inside the tunnel beneath the city.
Oh. Wow. Those soldiers move quick. Good lord, this is far away. Alright, tunnels beneath the city.
Connor. This tunnel will take you into the military district.
And the Admiral?
He waits for you to light the signal. And then the strike begins. And we will be there as well.
Connor does come across as a bit of a dick. Like, more than he needs to. Rip that man in particular.
Got him sighted.
Oh. That wasn't the plan. I shall not. I don't care enough about that optional objective. Wait. Oh, it's... I need uppies. Gondor calls for aid?
Condition to fight. Need to stay away from the guards.
Interesting. At least now there's a justification for don't get caught.
Where are you, Charles?
Gone.
Oh shit.
Match me, Connor. For all your skills, you're still but a boy, with so much left to learn.
Give me Lee!
Impossible. He is the promise of a better future. The sheep need a shepherd.
He has been dismissed and censured. He can do nothing for you now.
A temporary setback. He will be restored.
Whoa.
You act as though you have some right to judge. To declare me and mine wrong for the world. And yet everything I've shown you, all I've said and done, should clearly demonstrate a...
God, this fight feels intense. So Hatham isn't the... Is Hatham not the final boss? Is Charles Lee the end? So interesting.
Surrender, and I will spare you.
Brave words from a man about to die.
You fare no better.
Even when your kind appears to triumph, still we rise again. And do you know why? It's because the Order is born of a realization. We require no creed, no indoctrination by desperate old men. All we need Let the world be as it is. This is why the Templars will never be destroyed.
Yeah, I assumed Hatham would be the end.
Don't think I have any intention of caressing your cheek and saying I was wrong. I will not weep and wonder what might have been. I'm sure you understand. Still, I'm proud of you in a way. You've shown great conviction, strength, courage. All noble qualities. I should have killed you long ago.
Wow, Hatham is so cool.
We've got a problem. Hatham doesn't have the amulet anymore.
But the temple's still sending data. There must be more to this story.
Only one way to find out.
I will say, that's how you do a good bait and switch. Have Lee be the final boss, instead of Hatham.
My father is dead. Charles Lee now leads the Templar Order in his place. I see now why ours is an eternal war. For each piece taken from the board, another is placed upon it. Back and forth we go. Across the world. Across the ages. Some days mine feels an impossible task. But I cannot afford to be consumed with doubt. The people need me. Now more than ever. I must stop the Templars. I will kill Charles Lee.
We gather today to remember a man of fearless vision who sought to change the world. And change the world he did. Look around. Even now the British prepare to retreat. Their spirits broken. Their forces splintered. The Patriot leadership shall soon fall. Either into our service or into the ground. And then, my friends, all of this will finally be ours. We have Hatham to thank for this. He and all those others.
He sent me
Wow.
away that day at Fort George. He feared for my safety. I should have stayed. He said there was no danger.
He was wrong.
I will kill you, Connor. This I swear. Not here, though. Not today. No. First, I'll destroy all you hold dear. I'll burn that homestead of yours to the ground and roast the severed heads of your precious founding fathers in its flames. And when I've finished with them, all the rest will burn as well. Your merry band of assassins, the human refuse that lives on your land, your village and its people, all of it, gone.
You know, I'm not convinced this is the good guy.
But as with all your schemes, this too will end in failure.
Get him on his feet.
He will wait. He will watch. And then, when he's seen all his life's work brought to ruin, only then will I allow him to die. Take him away.
I could do this all the... Break up!
A pig! So cute.
Thank you, Meanie, but also you. Do I have to beat these guys as well? You know what? Fuck it. I'm killing these dudes and I don't care. Optional objective be damned. It's Assassin's Creed.
Where is Charles Lee gone?
The harbor. To catch a ferry.
I don't think I could have avoided killing those dudes, so I'm slightly confused what the game wanted from me.
General Henry Clinton.
So I had planned 2 streams of this week, and it looks like we might not even get 1 full stream. We're chasing down Charles Lee, Trom, which is to say, the end of the game. Oh, this isn't the ship I'm looking for? Oh, I had just assumed it was. Yeah. We already managed to kill Papa. Who, to my surprise, was not the final boss. I don't know why the game's giving me the low health overlay. It's kind of weird. Also, that is straight up Noah's Ark. You cannot convince me otherwise. Assuming I can't just... I'm not sure yet, LV. I'm gonna have to modify my plans a little bit. I've heard of Dawnkeeper. I've not played it. Unfortunately for Dawnkeeper, it doesn't end in 3. So, you know, literally illegal to play.
Stop, man!
How does that count as detecting? Whatever. Assassin's Creed 3? Goody, what a wild idea.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Nowhere? Where do you think you're going?
Come back, you codpiece! Give it up! He slithered away back in his hole. You! Stop! The bastard's running!
I believe these men meet the requirements.
You believe incorrectly. They're sick and weak. We're looking to build an army, not fill an almshouse.
It would take months to get them into fighting shape.
I've never played any Armored Core.
No, please. We'll do anything you want. Anything. Only take us with you.
Quiet, whelp! Your merchandise is useless to us. Perhaps we should discuss this back in my cabin.
Now there's something we don't see every day.
What? Hmm. Cool, that was not the way I planned that, but sure.
I'll have at ya!
God damn it. course I'm running away. Why would I not run away?
Nothing. Bastard's trying to get away! Coward! Get back here! Coward! Get back here! Bastard's trying to get away!
Dude, just drop it, it's fine. I wonder if I can avoid killing this.
Stand where you are! You! Stop! Where do you think you're going? Come back, you codpiece!
I'm not a codpiece. That's really rude, actually. I don't appreciate that. God damn it. Poison dart. Way quieter than anything else I could have done. Thank you, Meaty. I will hydrate. Ooh, Cootie. I will hydrate once more, but I'm not drowning myself. I'm not entitled.
You there! Stop! Get back here, you deaf turd!
Heck, he can see me from there? Dude should be coming around the corner right about now.
Stay right there!
What? Why? Why did I do that? Why did I do that, chat? Oh, and it keeps track of your ammo even when you reload.
You eat the clams too, then?
Did you eat the clams too?
Turned off recent. Any witnesses will come forth now.
done for. Fresh, too. What happened here?
Go on, just wander off. Like you thought, the dude ate clams.
You there! Stop! 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 After him! You really think he won't catch you? Ah!
Chat? Is it alright to say that sometimes I don't love this game? Detected by whom? Damn that chicken. I don't even care about limiting kills anymore. I just want to do this.
You! Stop! The bastard's running! He's trying to get away! You there! Stop!
Game, please.
This won't last long.
God, if I could tell you, meaty. Other side of the boat won't actually be any better because it's got just as many dudes. And this is where I need to be.
I'm sorry you were disappointed. As you should be, for us to have come all this way for nothing.
Oh, standing on the roof isn't good enough. Chat, I am going to Kermit. I was like, hey, it's still within the radius. Surely this is fine. Fool that I am. I am, Trom. Game is turning out to be pretty scrumptious.
As you should be. For us to have come all this way for nothing. Tell me now why I shouldn't have you thrown into the sea.
No need to be rash. Only give me a little more time. I'll scour the other ships if I must. I'm certain there are prisoners who will reach your need.
Thank you
Very
so
well.
much.
You have 2 days. Thank you.
Present yourself to the Green Dragon Tavern in Boston with the men you've chosen. We shall meet you there along with our master.
Stop! I want to talk to you.
Wow, got exactly the right number of kills. That went shockingly well for all the restarts that it took. I think then... yeah, we're off to Boston. Lean Benalia, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry to request this, but I've had a lot of issues with bots recently. So I would appreciate it if you would either spend some channel points to let me know you're not a bot, or just say something in chat.
Hey.
Or use a sound command, yeah. Anything that a human would do. Why am I doing this the slow way? I can just take a ship to Boston. Boston, where it all started. Just before that, I want to see if there are any last homestead missions we can do. There are. Yo, what's up?
Honor, I simply can't get to all these men in reasonable time. I need help. From you, from anyone. I think I have someone for you.
Who's Diana?
Diana, come with me. I need your help.
Of course. What's the matter?
Dr. White is overwhelmed and needs some extra hands.
I'm no doctor, Con.
Maybe not. But I have seen you care for people before. You have the way of it.
Thanks for the dude, Selby.
Diana, perfect. I'm told you have a healer's hand. Please see to this young man. Connor, if you could help the two gentlemen out.
Thanks, Skip. Good of you to help. I should be all right.
Leave it to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan could do this really well. Whatever that was, it looked painful.
That's a spot better, sir. Thanks.
Ow! Ow! Dislocated shoulder. Never had it, but I've heard.
Piece of shrapnel in the shoulder. Bad luck. Thank you, Captain.
I've caught some burn off a rope. It happens. Thanks, Skipper.
You know, what happened to your leg didn't look like burn off a rope. But whatever.
You did well, Connor. But Diana, you impressed me greatly.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I haven't studied the practice or anything.
Maybe not, but your instincts are superb, and you have a healer's touch.
Maybe it is, Meaty.
If you had the
Don't
time,
judge me.
I would be grateful for your help on a more regular basis.
Might be Catherine could watch the young ones a few days a week.
And if she can't, we'll find someone who will.
She's gonna become the town nurse? Rad. I think perhaps there's one last homestead mission. Heck, Meaty, it's illegal to do that for reasons.
This is illegal, you know.
Yeah, that. Wait, I thought Achilles was dying. But now, is he downstairs? Yeah. My man, you're supposed to be in bed dying. Oh no. Not here either. Hmm. I'm so confused. I pressed a button and teleported. That was wild. I don't know where the supposed quest is. I can't even interact with these. I'm confussed. I'll acknowledge it. Oh, I just had to go into Achilles' room. Oh, don't be dead.
Old man.
Oh no! No, Achilles!
Achilles.
That sucks. What did the note say? Ah, dang it. Achilles is still my favorite mentor.
What is it? Achilles has passed. I'm so sorry. He passed peacefully and with dignity.
A service, then?
Yes. Please prepare something appropriate. I will see the grave is dug. Can you gather everyone?
Anna,
Ah.
if you are reading this, I have failed to say goodbye as I wanted, but the time never seemed appropriate. I leave this land and all its resources to you. I trust you now know this place has become something of great significance. A community to serve as an example of what this would-be nation could become. But the larger and stronger it grows, the more fragile and difficult to defend it becomes. I hope your friends who are birthing this infant country understand this truth. Your unwavering tenacity and honesty have burdened you with responsibility far greater than any one man should bear. But you, if anyone, are capable. You have given an old man hope that all is not lost. And for that, I thank you. I ask that you lay my bones to rest on the hill overlooking the water. There is no other place on this earth I'd rather be. I am grateful to have met you, knowing you will guide this land and these people to a better future. Yours in brotherhood.
Prayer and sermon do not suit this occasion. Achilles was not a man of God. Not my God, at any rate. But he certainly believed in a guiding force. And he is at peace now, and for that we can be grateful. We lay him to rest here, atop the bluff where he made his honorable and dignified life, so he can remain that comforting presence, the old man on the hill, that we have all grown to depend on. You all had your own relationships with him, your own moments, and I implore you to return here when the time is right for you and share those stories with the waves and the trees. Achilles, you will be missed, but never forgotten. Go safely, old man. Safely to where your soul need rest.
Not quite, Trom. Yo! I don't know if you see that next to it. Here lies the body of Connor Davenport. That's why he suggested Connor for your name. Connor was his son. That's such a beautiful touch. Miss Abigail Davenport and Connor Davenport, who died at just 12 years old.
Never properly said goodbye to you. I was not ready, so here I am. The weight of my responsibilities never seems to diminish. There is always something else that needs fighting for. This is something you never warned me of. Maybe because you thought I would have been deterred. You would have been wrong, but I know you were not accustomed to that. Life carries on here. The people seem happy. They are certainly safe, at least for now. One of my Brotherhood asked me something I have been struggling with. What happens if, when we win? When we stop the Templars? It is a question I certainly do not know the answer to. Perhaps you did not either. I miss you. As I miss my mother. I hope all is well with you. Wherever you are.
Because Achilles was more of a father to him than Haytham ever was.
Time for me to join you. Then I will bother you once again.
Don't forget me!
Sabs! Oh my lord! Amazing timing, but oh my lord! Oh. The impropriety of it. And I finally get to hang the paint. Painting he kept safe for all those years. It's sad, but that's a really cool ending. Thank you for clipping, Josh. I can't think of anything better to wear than Achilles' original. Every time this game irritates me, it finds a way to draw me back in. Hello, Stitch. Stitch is indeed cute.
Something, darling?
No.
Rude.
Can I help you? You know you can. Pardon? Oh! I do not like having my time wasted.
Stop that! Oh, don't make me call the guards.
Make a sound and you die.
What do you want? He's in the harbor, at the Long Pier, most likely. We heard what happened at the parade. Charles got all nervous, said he was leaving the country. I thought he was overreacting. It's not. No!
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, Trom. What are the guards gonna do? Call the guards. They're not gonna unbreak your wrist. Sure thing, LB. There he is. Man, how was I not supposed to fall behind? I find it really weird that everybody is faster than Connor. Dude! Game? Hopefully it won't make me start from the start. Whoops, it did. God damn it. I genuinely don't know how you're meant to not let him get too far ahead of you. lord. I did not shove him. He shoved me. God, game, when I'm pressing the button, please do the thing. Okay, God. If the controls could actually work. I'm just gonna burn to death. It gives you this very clear path up, but then I don't know how to avoid fire damage on this very clear path up. Ah, through here. Thanks, Meaty. It worked eventually.
Persist. You put us down, we rise again. You end one plot, we forge another.
Ow!
You try so hard, but it always ends the same.
Nice,
Those who know you think you mad, and this is why. Even those men you sought to save have turned their backs on you. Yet you fight. You resist. Why?
Because no one else will.
Right, Sabs? This is how gloating always ends. I'm sorry, can I not even climb this? Wow, I am fucked. I'm glad, Elvie.
Rough night, was it? He headed inland, took a ferry up the Charles River.
I will need passage as well.
Of course. Only say the word.
I just did. Yeah, I don't care about the convoy, to be honest, game. He does not look amazing. Now you got Achilles' robes all dirty. I like the fact that he wasn't running. He knew he had lost. It was done. Hey! And I get back home.
Why would they leave this behind?
Wait, they've left? Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Connor loves to ponder his orb.
Long have we waited for you to return. You have done as we asked. You have succeeded.
No! I have failed! My people are gone! Chased out by those who I thought would protect them!
It is a trade, a sacrifice, and not in vain. For you have found it.
This?
Now you must hide it, where none shall think to look. And then in time, what once was shall be again.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. Only do as we ask. Then you may do as you wish.
But what of my people?
You have saved this place, as was your people's purpose, and that matters most.
It is not enough.
It will never be enough. You strive for that which does not exist. Still, you have made a difference, and you will do so again. Remember, you must hide the amulet where none might find it.
Whoa, what? Piece of Eden broke. That's... I didn't know they could do that. Ah, he's gonna bury it with Achilles, isn't he? Funny, it doesn't look like he ever recovers from that wound in his side. No, I had miscalculated. I said he was 12 years old. He was 7. It does, Josh.
I know where the key is. Then let's go. Guess this is it.
We're right behind you.
No one thought to look, Josh. They might have tried to grave rob Achilles, because Achilles was at least somewhat famous. Not his son.
Moment of truth.
You could have just taken it off. Bridge.
Yes. Come. Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait! Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left. You destroyed the device.
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release.
That's the twist.
I will explain.
This is a prison.
While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machine to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying! Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it.
Is that so? Show him then.
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
If you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time, as a god. It is the cruelest fate, to have written words that meant well, and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better?
That's what they're claiming, LB.
She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
I do wish I had any input on that.
The consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can.
Come with us. We'll find another way.
There isn't time.
Son.
You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
This series does like its false choices. Yeah, this really is a bear seek list moment. That's the first flame.
It's some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it'll be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage.
Good question, Josh.
But it appears the worst is behind us.
I don't think they've ever established.
More as this story develops.
It is done. The world is
Do it, Meaty.
You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I played mine.
I seem to remember more to the ending. Consider me thoroughly whelmed. Like, we don't even see the world being saved. I don't think it was, but that ending feels quite rushed. Yeah, it feels like that, Trom. Also, yeah, Meaty, it's very much, do you want to be the next Jesus, but also, like, have your words misunderstood by following generations? Josh, the bad lady was, like, confined, and if she gets out, the longer term consequences will be worse, I guess. Ah, yeah, Meaty. Oh, it's numerology, isn't it, Meaty? We're not talking psychohistory, are we? Because if they've appropriated psychohistory, I'm gonna have a fit. Yeah, Josh, I think that's what Minerva was predicting. But then instead we let Juno out and something happened, question mark? I seem to be unable to skip this. So we'll just leave it for a minute. But yeah, that's Assassin's Creed 3. And you know, in spite of this, I still enjoy it. For all of its problems, I still have fun playing this game. Do it, Meaty. I don't know, Saps. I don't know. I don't know if I want to jump straight into Dark Souls after this. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end stream. I know it's a bit anticlimactic, but the game is anticlimactic. Take a look who we can raid. I think Vegenta's still live. Ooh, Max is still live. Let's raid Max. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining me. I'm glad the game's over. I enjoyed it thoroughly the whole way through, bugs aside. And yeah, we'll see what we do on Friday. I'll let you know. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.